This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Kelly Jo West with Winans Elementary, part of the Waverly Community School District.
Right.
I have a letter from your nominator, and it says, "My daughter came into Mrs. West's class well below grade level. With Mrs. West's encouragement and support, she's now above grade level. Mrs. West treats her students as individuals and teaches to their needs. She is warm and kind to both students and parents, and she gives parents the tools needed to help students at home, regularly contacting the parents with the progress of their students. If I were to define excellence in education, it would be Kelly West at Winans Elementary School." What goes through your mind as I was reading that?
It makes me very emotional. It's hard to even kind of put into words that it feels great. It feels great that I had that impact. So much of the time I don't feel deserving of that sort of those beautiful words, and yeah, it's amazing.
Teaching is really important to you, I can tell. Tell me about that.
It's been my passion my entire life. I knew very young that this is what I wanted to do, and I've given many years of my life for it. I believe in education, that it can change people's worlds, and I've always felt like I can make a difference there. And so this has been my path, and I'm that kind of person that I put 100 and whatever percent into whatever I do. And this has been it. This has been my career.
Now you have something called Classroom Book a Day. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so it's super exciting. I got involved in it several years ago now, just through word of mouth and some information from other teachers in the district. And basically it's an opportunity to share a book with my students every single day. The book is picked out. There's an intent to reading it. It's a picture book. And it's a time that we use the contents of the books to really share and have really organic conversations about tough things, whether it be how we're feeling, the social emotional part of school and just being a kid, whether it be learning about other cultures and ways of life, or difficult things even that have happened in history. Books are a beautiful way to begin that understanding, and kids understand it and they enjoy it. So it's an incredible time, and I really have committed to doing this. So by the end of the year, we have a classroom full of book covers that the kids are able to see what we've read throughout the year. So it's an awesome time of the day.
And I imagine when a student who maybe didn't love reading, but then all of a sudden reads a book that just is so good that they understand it and they light up. What's that like for you?
Yeah, it's incredible. And one of the great things about sharing these books and being intentful on what books we're sharing is that they get to see themselves in the stories, and whether it be looking at their history and where they come from, or where they are right now. And so it's amazing when a kid will say, "Oh yeah, I did this," or "I felt this way," and it's an opportunity to really connect with the kids, and that's super important in the classroom.
What advice would you give a new teacher?
The biggest thing is to be patient with yourself. I'm still learning to give myself grace, to be ready for a road of adventure. It is really challenging. Teaching is not for the faint of heart. There are days that you leave and you feel like you've been not successful and that you haven't done what you needed to do. as a teacher, you want to impact every single day and every kid. You want to be able to capture their hearts. You want to be able to make sure that they have confidence in themselves. And I think one of the last things that I would say just about someone that would come to me was just to say that being a teacher is about having a great team. Yeah. And you don't do it isolated. And you have to have those people around you that support you, from your administrators to your coaches to the parents. It's your families. It's incredible. And to the custodians, the support people, they're part of your team. And in order for your classroom to be successful, all those parts have to work together.
Fast forward 20 years, you run into a student. What do you hope that student says to you about their time in your classroom?
Well, most of all, I hope that they remember that I care about them and I made them feel validated and that they matter. I hope they leave my classroom feeling like they have some confidence and their confidence is growing. I hope that they remember that I challenged them to do bigger and better things than where they were even in third grade.
Well, thank you for what you do, making a difference. Congratulations.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Kelly Jo from Winans Elementary, part of the Waverly Community School District, receives a $2,000 check from the Michigan Lottery. Excellence in Education Awards, sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $28 billion to public education since 1972.